Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to TechNodeFirmaCraft, and this is going to be the third season of TechNodeFirmaCraft. Now, this is a 1.7.10 mod pack that is available on the ATLauncher. Unfortunately, it cannot be updated past 1.7.10 because TehNodeFirmaCraft, the main mod that is behind this pack, has not been updated since 1.7.10, and I believe Kitty Channely, the author of TehNodeFirmaCraft, has stopped working on the mod itself. Now, we are in version 3.6 of TechNodeFirmaCraft here. I believe the last time I played this, we were in about version 2.7 or something like that. So there has been a lot of changes to the mod pack since then. There are a lot of mods that I do not recognize being in the pack before, but that is fine. I will happily explore new mods. And also I know that the last time that I played, there were a lot of mods that I did not get into. Now, another thing is this is only going to be a single player world, primarily because Season 2 of TechNodeFirmaCraft didn't feel right being multiplayer. With the multiplayer, too many things happen too quickly, and because I do this for YouTube, I have to kind of pace myself and be able to do things in certain sequence. So it's kind of important that I do this in single player. So I am going to set up a new single player world. I'm not going to do anything with any of this. We're going to leave it on the TFC default, but I do want to see what else we have here. So we have the TFC default, TFC large biomes. I definitely do not want that because of the simple fact that large biomes is a pain even in vanilla Minecraft. Amplified would be horrid here. So we're going to leave this on the default. Cheats. I'm going to leave cheats off because I can always open the game to LAN if I need to turn cheats on. And that's just a temporary turning the cheats on. We're not going to get our bonus chest, but we are going to generate structures, even though I don't think that TehNodeFirmaCraft generates any structures anyway. Now, as far as our seed goes, I am actually going to use a seed this time, and I'm going to use my username. So, Nathan Wastrel for the seed, and we are going to create this world and see what kind of a world we get out of this seed. Now, also, I have placed very large memory availability to the game. So hopefully we don't have any issues there. And also I recently updated my computer from a 960 graphics card to a 1080. So hopefully the game will run very smoothly. Now we do have the update log here. I'm not going to bother looking at that right now, but we do have a lot of stuff here. We'll just kind of go through it as we go. So this is morning on the first day. Now I did put in the 365-day year, and I also put in the localized weather. So we should start to see clouds. Yep, there they are. So I like the localized weather. I think it makes the sky look so much cooler. But we need to get going right away. Now I don't know why we started out with signs. That is something weird. But we have our quest book because I put in the optional hardcore questing mod. And so let's take a look at the quest book. As usual, this is a TehNodeFirmaCraft based progression mod pack by TechNode, designed and built by Bunsen and Anode Cathode. The quests are by Azeel13. Special thanks to all Minecraft mod developers, especially the TFC devs, Biox, Dunkelostis, and Kitty Channely. And yes, this is available on the ATLauncher. TechNodeFirmaCraft. This is a mod pack will reward your time and effort with a complex and compelling world. TNFC is a mod pack built for those looking for a completely different Minecraft experience and like to be challenged. It is a progression mod pack built on the TehNodeFirmaCraft conversion mod. TFC makes the game more challenging and aims for a realistic feel, but not at the expense of gameplay. We've extended the gameplay of TFC by integrating other mods into its world. This provides you with a greatly expanded world and experience. So let's click here to start. We have 109 quests in total. I'm pretty sure that's a lot more than we had last time. So let's go ahead and click to show the quests. So, we have Railcraft and Immersive Engineering, Forestry, the Iron Age is locked, we have Mechanism. So yes, there are a lot of mods, or a lot of quests here that we did not see before. But we're going to go into the Stone Age first, because that's where we are. And our first thing is, welcome to TechNodeFirmaCraft, or TehNodeFirmaCraft, where we learn everything about Minecraft has changed. TehNodeFirmaCraft, or TFC, is a total conversion that changes most of the things we know about how to play Minecraft. The first thing you will want to do to survive is to gather some sticks and rocks. Sticks and rocks can be found as debris on the ground. Either break or right-click to pick up. Sticks can also be gathered by breaking leaves on the trees. In TNFC, sticks and rock debris will slowly respawn. This can be turned off in the TFC config file. So we need to get 1 stick and 2 rocks. So let's go ahead and get that. We've got, we have 2 rocks here, and we get the achievement definitely a rock. And wow, I am sorry, that weather sound is horridly loud. And I don't remember if that will shut it off or not. Okay, no, I don't want to do stone napping yet. We will get to that, just not yet. Okay, so there we go. We have a stick and 2 rocks. Let's go ahead and get in here. And we now have this one completed. We're going to claim the reward. That's going to give us 5 andesite rocks. And wow, I have not heard that sound for a long time. So let's go back out here, and the next thing we have is Napping 101, Stone Tool Fundamentals. To begin napping a stone tool, you need to have a stack of at least 2 rocks. Hold the rocks in your hand and right-click to open the napping interface. Click the interface to remove squares to form the X pattern. The patterns for napping are available in any eye. So now we will take our schist stone here, and to make a pickaxe, we take out these 2 corners, we go like this, and there we go, stone axe it. So now we get the achievement, Paleolithic. So let's go ahead and go back into the quest book. Now we need Fundamental Tree Feller. Combine your stone axe head with a stick or a bone in your crafting slot to craft your first stone axe. In TFC, when you break a log in a tree, the entire tree above that block will break and the leaves will instantly despawn and not drop any saplings or sticks. So be sure to collect what you need from the leaves before chopping. Stone axes are key early weapons. In TFC, weapons deal different types of damage. The axe deals slashing damage. Slashing damage is effective against zombies and endermen. Now, if I remember correctly, all types of damage are effective against endermen. But we need to make a stone axe now. So let's go ahead and come in here. We will take a stick and our axe head, and there we go, stone axe. So let's see, and that covers everything. Now we get 16 andesite rocks, and we get to choose either basalt or this gneiss or nice. I still have yet to figure out how to pronounce that word, but I'm going to take the basalt because I really like the look of basalt bricks. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got next. So more on stone tools, where you learn about tools added to TFC that you will need to survive. A javelin is a ranged weapon that can also be used in melee. The javelin does piercing damage, which is more effective against bears, creepers, endermen, and wolves. Skeletons are immune to piercing damage, so don't bother using it against them. So we need to make a stone javelin. Now to make the javelin head, we take out these 2 corners and then that one. So we take out 3 corners, 3 sections out of each corner, and we get our javelin head. So we needed to make an actual javelin. So we need to pick up another stick. And there we go, stone javelin. Now I think it's going to ask us for another one. Yep, stone knife. The knife is a multi-purpose tool that can cut long grass into straw, process grain, shear sheep, split food into smaller pieces, cut the decay off of food, and be used as a piercing weapon as a last resort. Now, the knife is the only item that we can make multiples of. And yeah, we're going to have tornadoes. But we can make 2 knife blades at once. So what we do is we make a large T, and that will make 2 knife blades. And that gives us the achievement Double Trouble. So I think, what does that one for? Nap a stone tool to enter the Stone Age. Why did we not get that earlier? I don't know. So now, the same as usual, we need some sticks. And I think we're just going to break some leaves for it this time and hope to get some saplings. No? No saplings? Was that lag, or did the leaves respawn? I think it was lag. But I think we've got enough sticks for a little bit now. So let's go ahead and make these 2 stone knives. Oh, there's the tornado. There it is. It formed right in front of us. Wow. That is really loud. Oh my gosh. I have never had a tornado form right next to me. So where actually is it? I don't... Is this one of those really big ones? Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Okay, it's pulling the leaves and the grass. It will also pull up ice blocks. But yeah, look at it go. So, yeah. Well, anyway... Jeez. Okay, that is way too loud. So I think that's our ambient noise. No, it's not. Wow. Okay, well, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn my master volume way down, because that is just way too loud. So we have a few things that I can see in the distance that are kind of nice. I see sugarcane. So that is something that we will be needing later on, and having it right away is really nice. Now I want to kind of check what's our ambient temperatures here. So our average biome temperature is 24.7. We are very close to the equatorial areas of the map then. So the current temperature is 31 degrees. Wow. We might have to head a little bit north, but that also means that we'll be finding some tropical items here. But right now, there's a sapling. Right now we needed to get back into the quest book, so the next one we need a stone hammer. The stone hammer is primarily used to make the stone anvil, which will be useful later. Hammers deal crushing damage, which is most effective against Endermen and skeletons. This is the only Stone Age weapon that are effective against skeletons. In TechNodeFirmaCraft, the hammer is also a valuable tool for the builder. Building blocks are easily broken. Now, I have experimented with that in the past, and it's not really all that great. But let's go ahead and grab a few more rocks here. And to make a hammer, we have to make this shape. So there's our hammer head, and once again combine that with a stick, and there we go. Let's turn off the F3 menu. And now, do we have more? No, that looks like it. So this will give us 4 stone javelin heads, 8 bottles of enchanting. I don't ever remember getting those before. And then we can choose a stone knife blade or a stone hammerhead. Neither one of them is all that big of a deal. but I'm going to take the hammerhead. So there we go. There is that one. And let's go ahead and grab a few more rocks here. Okay, I did not want to throw that. Alright, so our next little task before we do any more questing is going to be to secure a little bit of food. Because, yeah, we have 3 bars that you can see on the screen. We have a red bar that says 988, that is our health. We have a green bar, that is our food. And we have a blue bar, which is our water. Now, to get water, we need to go somewhere where we can see cattails and right-click on the water. Now, you can see as I right-click on the water, and apparently this one must be seawater. As I right-click on the water, that blue bar fills up. Now, if you get low on water, you move really, really slow. But so we need to kind of explore around a little and find some food. Now, one thing that I learned from the first time that I played through TechNodeFirmaCraft is do not kill the animals in your initial startup area. It is a big pain to haul animals in later on. Oh, and we have horses. Nice. If we can get a horse fairly early on, that will be greatly beneficial for us, and it is almost nighttime already because I've spent so much time messing around with the quest book. So I need to find some food, and I'm going to have to try to find somewhere safe for the evening because, yes, mobs do come out, and I don't have a decent weapon. Now, one thing that we can do, seaweed, we can cut, and that will give us something to eat. Now, these don't stack unless you mouse over them and press S, and then they will stack together. So I'm going to grab a little bit of seaweed. That will give me some food. And then I'm going to head back to where I first started, and I think what I'll do is I'll just cut down a tree, get some logs, build a little makeshift shelter because we cannot dig into the ground. Dirt collapse. Oh, and there's our first zombie. But dirt collapses in TechNodeFirmaCraft, and so yeah, we cannot just dig into the ground. So I'm gonna do my best to survive the night. Now, it is not hardcore or anything like that, so if we die, it's not that big of a deal. Now, we do have hardcore darkness here, so it is a very dark world at night. So I'm not going to make you squint, and I'll see you guys in the morning. So it is now day 2. Made it through the night without any issues. I did kill a zombie or 2. But this little island out here really covered with mobs. I was spending the night clearing off some of the grass and weeds around here, picking up rocks, and I cut a couple of trees so we have a few logs. And then I also harvested a little seaweed so that I could get some food. But I want to really take it easy on this stuff because, well, we do kind of need to stretch it out and it will decompose. So we have to be careful with how much of it we harvest at any given moment. But let's go ahead and take a look at the quest book and see what we have next. So the next thing that we have here is fire pits, where we learn the primitive means to cook things. The first thing you will need to make a fire pit is a fire starter. You need 2 sticks to rub together. So we need to make a fire starter. Now, this is a very simple thing to make. We just take 2 sticks, put them side by side, and we get a fire starter. Now we have temporary lights. The fire pit is used to craft torches, cook food, and more. The fire pit is made by throwing 3 sticks on the ground and lighting that block by right-clicking with the fire starter. If you are successful, a fire pit will appear. Throw a piece of straw down with the sticks to increase the odds of the fire pit forming. Once you have a fire pit, you will need to fuel it with logs or peat, which can be placed in the left slots or by dropping on the fire pit. You'll also need to protect your fire pit from rain or it will go out. Things you want to heat go in the top rightmost slot and will drop down to the one in the lower slots when complete. Place a stick in it to make a torch. Torches are the early source of light, but they burn out over time and if they are exposed to rain. You can relight torches by right-clicking it with a lit torch. You can craft more torches by right-clicking with a stick, and extinguish them by right-clicking with anything other than a torch or a stick. Crafting torches in fire pits or forges gives 2 torches per stick, or 1 from lighting from another torch. Although fire pits won't light blocks on fire, we don't suggest you walk on them. Yes, they do hurt when you walk on them. And unfortunately, it is currently raining. So what I'm going to do is apparently throw my logs on the ground. So we are going to place a couple of logs up here so that we can protect ourselves from the rain. And then we are going to throw 1 piece of straw, 3 sticks, and then try to light this, and there we go. So I am going to place in 1 log. Okay, there we go. And then we'll place in a stick. And this is unfortunate that you have to do this one at a time. But yes, TechNodeFirmaCraft is a very, very grindy mod pack. So I am going to get some torches made up, because as we start to get things going, we will need some light. So I am going to make up a stack of torches, which a stack of torches is only 32, by the way. And then I will be back. Sunrise is such a beautiful thing. So I have been spending a couple of days going around clearing grass off the ground and the annoying mega plant pack plants as well. I also chopped down a whole bunch of trees. I have quite a few logs here actually already. And then also I have been taking the straw that I get from cutting the grass and turning it into thatch blocks. And that is a little bit better way to transport the stuff, but as you can see, our maximum stacks on most items is 32. Torches is 32, thatch is 32. Now, cobblestone is 32, but the rocks is 64. So with every craft of, straw into thatch or rocks into cobblestone, you gain 1 inventory space per 2 that were full. So it's not quite as good as vanilla Minecraft in that aspect, but it's a little bit more realistic because you can carry way too much stuff in Minecraft. But let's go ahead and get back into the quest book now, since we have the torches. So we have fire pits, we have an unclaimed reward here now, and so this is going to give us some logs and some more bottles of enchanting. So next up we have pottery. So learning how to make and fire clay items. To find a clay deposit, look for goldenrod flowers growing in the grass. Don't bother looking for clay in dry areas, as clay needs rainfall above 250. The F3 menu will show the rainfall value to form. So I've already found that. I've picked up the goldenrod by accident, but we do need to go and get some clay. But before we do that, we need to make a shovel. So a shovel is made by taking the edge off of the stone knapping and then the 2 corners. So there we go, there is a shovel, and I will go ahead and do this standard stuff and make a shovel with the shovel head. And actually, we have a stone hammerhead too. So there we go. I still have 1 inventory spot. Wow. Okay, well, I think I can actually do better than that, because Yeah, we have... No! So the way to place down these log piles is by shift right-clicking on the ground, and then you can either right-click logs in them, or you can click on the pile with anything other than a log and it will open the interface. But over here you can see the goldenrod already. Off in the distance we have clay. So we're going to get over here and dig up a whole bunch of clay, and then we can start working on pottery. So I am just going to dig up as much of this as I can carry, which is not going to be much, and then I'll come back. And now that we have some clay, we can continue on to the small pottery items. So you must have a stack of at least 5 clay in your hand to open the crafting GUI by right-clicking. The clay will not be consumed until you complete the task, so if you make a mistake, just close the window and try again. The interface works the same as napping, and patterns can be found in any ice. So we need a clay vessel, a clay jug, and a clay bowl. So we'll start out with the clay vessel, which is just knocking the corners off of the clay. Okay, well, unfortunately my inventory is so full that I can't even do anything with this. So the next one is the clay jug, which is like this. So there's our clay jug, and then finally the bowl, which is like this. No. Uh-oh. I forgot how to make a bowl. Let us see. Oh, it's on the bottom. It has to be on the bottom. Okay. I did not know that that mattered, but it does apparently. So, now, in order to pick these up, I do believe I'm going to have to put some stuff on the ground. So, I suppose we can drop the signs, the rotten flesh. We can use the bottles of enchanting. Now, levels here in TerraFirmaCraft cause you to get higher HP. You can see now that my maximum HP is at 1023 because I have 5 levels. Now I have been able to get that quite high before in the past, so yeah, hopefully we can not die and get those levels up so that we can have more HP. But let's take a look at the quest book now. Now we need the large pottery items. So as before, just craft the large vessel from 5 clay. So we need 1 large vessel. So let's grab the clay. And a large vessel is made like this. So there we go, there's the large vessel. And now we need a Firepit Kiln. A pit kiln is made in a 1-block deep hole. Each pit kiln requires 8 straw and 8 logs to fire. You can place an unfired clay object by shift right-clicking into the hole. They can be picked up by right-clicking with an empty hand. After you have placed up to 4 small items or 1 large item, fill the pit with 8 straw and then 8 logs by right-clicking each in the pit kiln. Light the logs with a fire starter or drop a torch onto the logs to start the kiln. Once the pit kiln is finished, you can pick up the pottery objects by right-clicking them with an empty hand or break the pottery block. I guess I've never tried that. They can also be placed down by shift right-clicking the top of a block. Small vessels have many uses. First, they expand your inventory. Right-clicking with a small vessel will open a 4-slot inventory. However, some items are too big to fit into the vessels. Most importantly, food stacks must be 80 ounces or less to fit, which is half a stack. Small vessels slow the decay rate of food by half and are used to melt your first metal. Jugs are used for drinking water and will be explained later. Large vessels are portable liquid and item storage. Right-click to place the vessel on the ground to access the inventory. The tabs on the top will change between liquid and item inventory. Click Seal button. Retain the... Click the Seal button to retain the items when you pick up the large vessel by breaking it. Large vessels are heavy and must be placed in your back slot, which is a slot hidden on the right of your chest armor slot. Vessels also, wow, this is a long one, work as a large bucket. Right-clicking on a fluid block will pick up the fluid and automatically seal it. An unsealed empty large vessel placed on the ground will collect rainwater. Alright, so we need to make ourselves a pit kiln. Man, that was windy. Okay, so to do this, we do not want to be that close to the tree, I don't think. Let's go over here. So we need to place our unfired clay objects into this hole. So we will start by putting the small items in here. Come over here and grab the large one. And then I will place this dirt back in there. Oh, it's that cat over there. I have an ocelot running around here. Kind of surprised by that. But then what we'll do is we will dig another hole next to this and put the large vessel in here. So next we need some straw. So we're going to unpack a little bit of thatch and we'll put 8 straw in each of these. And then we will grab a stack of logs and place these on top of there. We need 8 each. Now, if we light one, we will light them both. So that's kind of nice. There we go. So now it's just a matter of waiting for these to cook, and we'll have some storage to deal with these items. So, yep, a little bit of a waiting game, and then I will be back. Well, I almost died in the last night thanks to a spider, but I am still alive, so that's great. But we have our items cooked now, so we can grab these and we'll place the large vessel on the ground. The only problem with this is it's now filling with water. But we'll deal with that later. I guess we could possibly just break it, but whatever. Okay, so now we have the small vessels. So these we can drop items into, and that will make it to where we have 4 times as much inventory space for certain items. So you can see I could throw the thatch in there, so that works real good. Then we have the ceramic jug. Now this guy will carry around fresh water for us, so we can now get a drink of water when we need to. And it fills us up a lot more than trying to drink with an empty hand. So then finally we have these 2 ceramic bowls, and these are going to come in handy for a number of things. And one of them is that we can actually, wow, there's 112 recipes. We have scales, we have a dinner plate from BiblioCraft. We can turn it into a gold pan, and this works for helping us find small ore chunks in gravel. So we may be doing a little of that. And we have hanging plants, so I think a lot of this is going to be stuff from Mega Plant Pack. That is definitely what it is looking like. But yeah, we now have all of the items that we needed to finish this quest. And so we have the rewards of 16 clay, and then we can pick either a ceramic jug, a ceramic vessel, or 4 bottles of enchanting. And I'm going to take the bottles of enchanting. I can make the other stuff really easy, so there we go. So we now have, food and water. Okay, and this one is completed already. So food from the wilds. Food is a constant concern in TFC. In early days, you will need to explore to find various wild food. Crops will randomly spawn in the world, but they may not be mature, and so harvesting will only give you seeds. You'll need to decide if you have time to get a farm going or you want to come back later. You'll also find many wild animals that can provide meat. Remember, only deer and pheasants can respawn slowly. Cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, and horses will only ever spawn on world generation. You'll also get very little meat from animals until you raise your butchery skill. So early game seaweed is a staple food, and you'll find seaweed along the coasts in salt water. But the further north you are, the less likely you will see it. Harvest it by right-clicking with a knife. In TNFC, seaweed will slowly respawn. This can be disabled in the TFC config file. So that was the seaweed, and then we have drinkable water. You need to keep yourself hydrated with fresh water. You can drink from any pond if it has cattails in it, or from rivers and streams. Right-click on fresh water. Be sure you are targeting the block under or beside the water block. Sipping water is slow, but you can carry water in a jug. You can quickly fill a large amount of your hydration with the jug. So there we go. We're going to claim this reward. We get 8 clay and 4 more bottles of enchantment. So there we go. So got a little bit of stuff taken care of there. Now, in between episodes, I think I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. I've already gone all the way around the map that we have here. We are on an island, and I did find a little bit of sphalerite, but we need to find copper, and so we are going to have to go exploring. So I'll do that in between episodes. I might do a few other things, but we are out of time for today, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you are as excited as I am about a new season of TechNodeFirmaCraft, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, do whatever you feel is necessary to make sure that this series continues, and I will see you next time. Bye!